Hey everybody, and welcome to another session of CATOINMOTION Plays, our Let's Play pod/YouTube playlist. We are your hosts. I'm CATOINMOTION, and this is producer Mike. Say hey, Mike.
Hey!
Awesome! Today we're going to be tackling the 11th stage of Trine 2009, and that is called Ruins of the Parish. And while we do that, we'll be discussing gardening.
Ruins of the Parish while we discuss gardening. I didn't realize how funny that sounds, because you know what? My garden can sometimes be the ruins of the perished.
And our heroes were relieved to find
Both of us, the stream might not know this, but both of us really like growing plants and minding plants.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we actually bought two pitcher plants together at the same time, and we kind of document their progress on WhatsApp. So yeah, it's that. Do you think gardening is I don't know, good for your health in some sort of way?
I think it's great for your health, man. I think it's great for your mental health. I think if you can eat some of what you garden, I think it's great for you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess that's an obvious one, right?
But I mean, I've read some things. I don't know if it's a bunch of hooey or not, but about the positive effect that putting your hands in dirt can have for your health.
Really?
For your mental health.
Spikes there, by the way.
Yeah, I see that there are spikes. There are also skeletons with perfect aim. Ugh. And so it begins. Yeah, anyways, yeah, I think gardening's really good for your health. And I was always into gardening as a kid. We had a yard growing up in America. Of course we did. And we would always, my dad kind of grew up with a lot of land and a huge garden. I would say bordering on family farm. It's not quite a family farm, but farm animals, chickens and stuff, you know, and huge garden. So
I always wonder what it would be like to live on like a farm like that.
Yeah.
I've always dreamt of having a guard goose, which sounds ridiculous. But anyways, off topic.
So I don't know. I think it's really healthy. Go for it.
Yeah, I find it really therapeutic. I don't know if that's because growing up I did a lot of gardening with my sister. She kind of just dragged me into it, and I hated it for a while, and now, well, not even now. After a couple of years of doing it, I actually started to enjoy it, and it was a great way to spend quality time with her. But it's just, plants take a lot of care and a lot of time, and it teaches you a lot about being patient. It's a great character builder, I think. And yeah, it's just something calming about it. Maybe there is something about putting your hands in dirt that is therapeutic. I don't know. But to this day, I still love doing gardening. We have we don't even have a garden because now we're in a condo, and this is the first time we've been in a condo setting. We've always had outdoor space prior to this place.
I'm really struggling. I don't know how to get upstairs, by the way. Sorry.
Whoa, shoot. Switch to the doohickey.
The what? The doohickey? The wizard?
To the no. To the thief. Yeah, anyways, love gardening, think it's great. We have probably 20 plants around this apartment, and now we're getting a little bit obsessed with propagating plants. So we're propagating 2 succulents right now.
Nice.
I guess a jade plant is a type of succulent.
Yeah, we just got a jade plant.
Yeah, so we're trying to propagate that as well, which we're pretty excited about. And if we succeed, Mike, we'll give you guys one.
Nice. Well, like I said, we just got a jade plant, so I think give one to Ben and Wanda first. But definitely.
Okay, never mind.
But I'm excited to have a jade plant because Kate was talking about maybe making some tea, or there's lots of things. No, I take that back. Yes, we want a jade plant. I am wrong. We have a jasmine plant. We have a jasmine plant. Yeah.
Whoa! If you propagate that, I would love to have a jasmine plant. I've got to learn how
to propagate. Yeah.
Hey man, you too.
Kate's starting to propagate some of our plants. I just mean that I don't know how. So yes, I can either learn how or tell her to do it. So one of the two.
I mean, if you're doing succulents, it's actually pretty easy. A jade plant, I don't know if there's like specific requirements, but generally for like a succulent, you just need to like basically remove leaves safely, not dead leaves ideally. Let them dry out a little bit for a couple of days, and then you put them in good potting soil.
Yeah.
And you water them kind of sparingly, so like once every 2 days with a spray bottle. Don't drown them. And then over the course of like 2 weeks, they start seeking out water and they grow roots.
Okay.
And you just let them grow for like another 2-3 weeks after that. And once they're big enough, you basically replant them into its own pot, and then they just keep growing.
That sounds
Not
great.
that hard. It's definitely harder for certain plants, like orchids. Some orchids, I don't know if you can actually propagate them that way. With certain orchids, you could just put on like moss, depending on where they grow. It has to match like their environment, which may not be so obvious for some people.
Yeah.
And yeah, orchids just require way more attention. It's so much easier to kill them. But anyways, yeah, you can propagate most plants.
Yeah, definitely
So
on my
definitely
to-do
go for
list
it.
as a gardener. So the thing with gardening is I've gotten a little better at it, but it just takes discipline, and I'm much more of a winging it type of person. For example, I cooked today a batch of chili. It's my favorite thing to cook. Why? Because there's no such thing as like a chili recipe. I mean, I suppose there are, but you're just supposed to, kind of wing it.
Funny you should say that. So, Lindsay and I discovered that there's actually a chili society.
Oh.
In the
Here
Americas.
in Brussels? Oh, in America.
No, in the Americas. And there's actually strict rules about what can be in a chili. And apparently one of the things that's not supposed to be in a chili is tomato. Tomato's a no-no.
What?
Tomato paste, tomato something. No.
That's
Can't
like
do that.
their opinion, man.
Hey, man. Chili
I stew
society.
tomatoes in mine,
Yeah, same. We do the same thing. There's just something about I don't know if the acidity of the tomatoes and the way it like binds flavors together. Like it's kind of, for me, not having tomatoes in a chili is no go. And the fact that our chilies are like vegetarian, like it would be terrible without tomatoes.
That's also my new favorite way to cook chili is because of partying with you guys. Is I now make. By the way, are you still in the game?
Yes. I was looking at.
Oh, okay.
I opened a chest and got a new item, so I just wanted to.
Thank you for doing
assign it to somebody.
I'm trying to move all this junk out of the way. Sorry. Oh, I just drew more stuff. No. Yeah, please destroy that. Thank you. Thank you. All right, swim down. Avoid the spikes.
That's fine. Oh, jeez, there's spikes on the
because I've opened this up.
Oh, nice. I don't know how we got to chili. Not really. We were
talking about gardening because we were talking about gardening, and my approach to gardening is I'm best with plants that are a little harder to kill. That are kind of like hardy plants, kind of like your vegetable gardening, your carrots, your tomatoes, your peppers, this kind of stuff, lettuces. You just kind of. You observe the soil, you water it as it needs. It usually needs it once a day, sometimes twice a day. You give it sunlight. This is where I thrive, Where I struggle, like I think I would kill a bonsai tree and I would be so disappointed.
Oh yeah.
The kind of the fine art of gardening. I'm not the best at that stuff.
Yeah, I think that just takes time. It's definitely not something you should start with. I
think I just like playing in the dirt, and I like eating fresh vegetables. That's why I like it, and it's therapeutic to play in said dirt. And when you call it gardening rather than playing in the dirt, it's almost like a respectable.
It's like the adult version,
Right? Exactly. Okay, what are we doing here? We need the magician pretty much, and he's dead.
Yeah, but he died. The spider shot me, and that was it for me. So one sec, I'm gonna finesse this.
I'm gonna see if there's stuff down in the water to look for.
All right, so in the comment section, we'll list a few links to like stuff on Amazon, so that way you can get it anywhere. That might be of interest to you if you're just getting into gardening. If you haven't gardened before, then you know, like give it a try, even if you don't think it's your thing. I think it will grow on you with time.
I agree.
You.
And you know, one of the things we've been gardening shopping a lot more recently. One of the things we got was a great big vegetable planter for our patio, and that thing's just been brilliant.
Oh yeah,
that thing's
yeah. Lindsay and I are pretty jealous of that setup.
I don't mean to strange flex that one, but
oh no, it's cool. Like obviously the viewers don't know this, so definitely share that.
Yeah.
It's just we don't have balcony space, guys, so we can't do it.
Here, I think if I press buttons while you get up there, it helps. I don't really know. Oh yeah, draw boxes on the things.
Box away.
Oh, but that made it worse.
Did it? Oh snap. But it keeps one in place.
I did not want to do that. Okay, so...
Okay, so I mean... Tell us about like some of the stuff you're growing in your like new planter. Like what do you guys?
So that we got
projects.
We've got potatoes, radishes, tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, bell peppers, hot peppers. So what's cool about this thing? It came with a divider with 6 sections. Oh no! I didn't step on the thing. It was perfect. It was perfectly slotted. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh. It's...
Oh! There's gotta be something I can stick to. Man, that's actually like quite the...
yeah, it's a lot.
of veggies, man.
Yeah, get it!
Okay, that was a pain.
Nice! I made it too.
Nice!
Alright.
How did you?
Yeah, we're really gonna have the biggest harvest this year that I think we've had since we lived in Hamburg. We didn't have the internet there for the first 8 months of living there, and so we gardened like crazy. That's really where I got into my gardening hobby. When I was living in Korea, I gardened a little bit in my window. I had some window mint. Because it was only window mint because it was window mint, thyme, and basil, but the thyme and basil died. And the mint just loved it.
Wow.
The mint just ate up that smog, you know?
Wow.
And then we made mojitos out of smog mint. I don't know if that was unhealthy for us, but, you know.
Well, you know, it cleans it up and turns it into, I don't know, something usable.
That's what I always say. Yeah, mojitos. That's what it turned into,
right? You know? Yeah. Yes, and that's not healthy at all.
No, it was useful. Anyways,
it's good for your soul. It's good for your soul.
Yeah. Anyways, gardening.
I think we need boxes.
I garden more and more with every passing year, and I don't know. I just love that I'm kind of getting into old retired people hobbies now, because that means when I'm old and retired, I'll just be pro level strats, you know? It's like after gardening, I'm gonna have to get into like bridge or something. Knitting, right?
Cribbage.
Oh. Knitting.
Do you guys play cribbage? And okay, I guess you knew what it was, so you obviously play cribbage.
We don't. We don't play cribbage.
Yeah, I guess it's more of like a Quebecois thing.
Yeah.
It's there's a wooden board, there's like these peg holes. Anyways, I'll put a link to that as well. If anyone's interested in trying this game.
I feel like I've played it before.
I think we did in at the cottage with
that year,
Grandpa Jackson. I remember him.
That was cribbage. Yeah, I learned how to play that.
That was the one.
That wasn't hard to learn.
No, it's not.
It was very fun.
Don't remember how to do it off top of my head.
It's like one of those classic games. There's like a pegboard and yeah, something with math. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know what? In the edit, I'll put the rules to cribbage. Yeah.
Yeah, please do. Neither of us remember, but it's a good game. We swear. It's really
the other game that
simple.
I loved to play growing up was euchre. We play euchre all the time.
Ah, yeah, euchre's a great one.
Do you play euchre?
Same here. Yeah.
Uh oh, this looks like a mini boss.
Together, yeah.
We played euchre together?
No, I was saying I'm surprised we haven't played it together.
Oh man,
I don't think we have.
play so much euchre. I love playing euchre.
Well,
does Lindsay play euchre too?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Next time we get together and we have our street gathering, we'll play euchre a meter apart.
Exactly.
That'll be great.
I think you can do that online.
Alright, we're back, folks. Some minor technical difficulties, sorting out using Discord, which team, blah blah blah. You don't need to know that. Let's get back to gardening.
Let's get back to gardening. Gardening.
I
do gardening.
F yeah.
Because I have technical difficulties in my life. Because I work with gear. So I do gardening to be chill. Kevin, are you with me?
Yep, still with you, man.
Alright. There was no activity for a second, and given that we were both... Anyways.
Yeah, no. I know, everyone's paranoid now.
Yeah. What am I doing? I'm this guy? No, that's not my strength. Yeah. So, one of the things I know that we need to be concerned when we make our garden here in Europe to not bring over too many non-native plants. Like, I know that's bad, you know?
That makes sense.
But one of the things I want to look into is if I can get maybe a buckeye tree in Belgium.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Is it an invasive plant? It just sounds like it is.
That is what I'm gonna look into. If it's an invasive plant, I don't wanna be responsible for
destroying Belgium?
Yeah, destroying the ecosystem and this and that. But it's just it's a variety of chestnut. It's a chestnut variety. So, but even still, I mean, even if something is like a recognizable species, if it's invasive, it's invasive. So.
Yup.
Anyways, that's something I would be interested in.
I don't think there's really anything I want to bring from Canada just because, you know, it's cold there. We don't really have that many interesting plants, in my opinion. Anything I could get in Canada, I can also get in Belgium because the climate's kind of similar, just slightly less cold. It rains a lot more here. Yeah, so I'm good. I won't be bringing any invasive species.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Canada's a little boring that way. Actually, no, it's probably a different story in BC, but that's the opposite side of the country where I grew up, so,
yeah.
Surprise.
Nice. You brought me forward. How did you bring me forward?
I don't know.
I think I was too far back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a nice little thank you. Because I made those jumps early on, and then I just really struggled with them afterwards. Is there any seasonal or farm fresh veg that you remember growing up that was just irresistible? That made you thankful that people had gardens? Like for me, it was corn. You know?
Oh yeah, that's actually the first thing I ever grew. Corn.
Really?
So easy. Yep.
Corn's not so easy. It's huge. You need like a huge plot.
Well, we lived in like Ontario housing when I was growing up, and oddly enough, it had like
mini boss.
Ample amounts of space, much to my surprise. Oh my gosh, it respawned me not at the spawn point.
Whoa! Did I just waste that guy? I just wasted that guy. Boom! Wow. How do you like that in your garden? I don't know. Yes. Garden phrase. I don't know. What's a good James Bond garden standing over the body phrase?
I don't know.
I've got a green thumb, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about the green thumb too, but I'm not sure. Oh god, don't fall in the pit.
There's a pit?
Ah! It was worth it. Okay, build a doohickey. Plank. On his body. Rude.
Okay. We're doing pretty well now.
Yeah, we are. It's pretty long level, it seems. Ah.
Nice. Okay. Hey, can you draw me a thing up here, please?
Yep, just 1 sec, actually. I need to kill this fool.
So another thing that we are growing in our planter, thank you. Another thing we're growing in our planter are marigolds. Because I know marigolds are really good at being a natural insecticide. You know, like they can even keep mosquitoes away a little bit. And citronella too. Citronella is another really good one.
Yeah, I didn't know marigolds were an insecticide though.
Marigolds can keep a lot of different pests away. Including the pests that kind of eat at the leaves of your plant. Not all of them, but it's kind of a...
Like aphids?
Yeah, aphids and things. It can get a few of those away. It can be good for bees. Yeah. It can be... Anyways, so I learned when I was growing up to put a perimeter of marigolds around... a perimeter around a lot of the vegetable gardening that you're doing. So in our planter, I insisted that we did a little perimeter of marigolds. Now the advantage I'll have of editing this is I can actually look up how much of that was true, you know?
I mean, we actually had a lot of them in our garden growing up as well. My sister liked to grow them, but I don't know if that was the reason why. But it would make sense, because otherwise I find them to be kind of boring plants, but they're also easy to grow. So that's something that I always had around in our gardens growing up.
Yeah, I thought they had
if you're a new gardener...
Yeah.
If you're new to gardening.
Yeah.
It's an easy one to do.
Yeah, they're hardy, satisfying, because they're very orange. Ah! Look at my knight. My knight's got hops.
Indeed. I'm also pretty sure you can make like a tea out of them.
Really?
No,
that's dandelion.
Oh man. Yeah, dandelion for sure. I thought you could do it for marigold too. But you know what? We can fact check that later. Definitely dandelions, guys. I don't really see them here, which surprised me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're straight up. We call them weeds back home. Because they just take over everything in spring. And then they spread their seed everywhere without regard for anything. They're really annoying. If you want to have like a perfect garden, they're really annoying.
Yeah, I mean, you have to... That's where a lot of people get insecticides and things like that. So...
Yeah. Which I honestly prefer not to use.
Yeah, me too. I prefer to do things the organic way.
Natural.
Although... we had some mint inside in the kitchen, and it was growing some sort of white little mold. I think it's mildew, honestly, so we took it outside. So I think maybe we were watering it too frequently, but yeah, it's time to take that little indoor plant outdoors.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we've reached the end of the level.
I think so too.
Yeah, some minor technical difficulties, but I hope you learned a little bit about gardening, or at least hopefully we piqued your interest in gardening and propagating and all this good stuff. So we're going to post links to like some of the stuff we talked about in the comments. Feel free to check them out. It's definitely the season for growing stuff, so you might as well get started now, right? It's spring. Thanks for joining us again this week, and we look forward to having you guys back next week. Let us know what your favorite plants are in the comments, and any gardening tips you might have that might help others just getting into gardening. All right, so CATOINMOTION and Producer Mike heading out. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Became twisted and brought to life creatures of bones and dust, capable of moving but lacking